Fantastic. Hello, playwright. Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Awesome.
Brandon is not too
You got Brandon?
Brandon's over here, yeah.
Oh, good. We have one of our playwrights here.
Oh, we got, I heard Sophia's name mentioned.
So they're,
At least they're here. Yeah, they're here.
Okay. All right. We ready to get going?
All right, I think we are ready. All right, guys. We're ready to get started. Thanks for being here. Miss Towery's going to get us started.
Hello, my friends. Playwrights, artists, aspiring artists, community guests, actors all. Thank you so much. My name is Tallery McCrae, and I was introduced to the KSB community many years ago. I would say probably now about 6 years ago through a playwriting residency at Actors Theater. And I was so delighted that many years ago to discover that there was a wonderful tradition with KSB and Actors Theater, where after a teaching artist like myself would come and work with playwrights in the English classes at KSB, Actors Theater would come and bring professional actors to read those plays aloud and offer thoughts and feedback to our young writers here at KSB. Well, as you know, the last few years have been a little different. We've been doing things a little differently. And this school year, I was so excited to come back to KSB after 2 years off. But unfortunately, the funding support that made it possible for Actors Theater to do that work with KSB was not there this year. It was not actually funding that came directly from Actors Theater. It came from a funding source in Washington, D.C. And that funding source was not there for this school year. So I got a little creative because if I don't get to work with KSB in a school year, I get grumpy. And I was already grumpy because there were already 2 years where I didn't get to see the writers that I love. So I got a little bit creative and I reached out to Arts for All Kentucky in Bowling Green, and they generously provided the funding for the residency for me to come in and work with writers. And then I thought, well, we still have this share day piece. We still have to figure out how to share the plays that these writers have written and how to get community feedback. And I thought, well, obviously, Tallery, we don't need to have sighted actors come in and read these plays when we have Braille Readers Theater right here next door. So thanks to Katie Carpenter, thanks to the artists at Braille Readers Theater, they have generously agreed to come and be the readers for our plays. And they will also offer just a little bit after each play, just a little bit of a small bit of feedback to our writers and what they think and how they think. I think this is a really exciting model, and I am excited to share this model not just with people here in Louisville, but people all over the country that are doing playwriting, to say that you can have an artist community in any format, in any way that works for you. And it was really exciting and fun for me to work this year knowing that we were working towards a collaboration with Braille Readers Theater, right? It really changed the way that I thought about teaching. It changed the way that we all thought about writing. And I'm just really grateful that that was possible. So thanks to Katie and thanks to those artists for making it happen. I'm going to stop talking now, and we are going to start listening to some plays that were written by our playwrights. We have 8 plays that we're going to share today, 8 short plays. So the way we'll do it is we'll start by reading the plays. I will read some stage directions. We have our actors here who are reading the roles. And then after each play, we will have a little bit of feedback where our artists can offer things that they loved about this play to our writers. They can offer any questions they have to our writers. Our writers can offer any thoughts that they have. And then if we have time, we might offer 1 or 2 suggestions as our writers are continuing to develop their drafts. So that's important in our process as well. All right, without any further ado, I would like to introduce our first reading of the day. The first reading of the day is The Ghost in the Abandoned House by Jontae Moore. Jontae, go ahead and wave your hand big in the air right there. There's Jontae, our playwright. Excellent. Jontae, is there anything you want the audience to know before we begin?
No.
No? All right. For the ghost in the abandoned house, our characters are George, which will be read by BT. BT, say hey and give a wave. We also have Joe will be reading Fred.
Hello.
There's Fred giving us a wave and a hello. And Barbara will read the role of Carson.
Hello.
Excellent. And I'll go ahead and get started with the setting. The Ghost in the Abandoned House by Jontae Moore. Setting, an old abandoned house.
Hey, did you get the snacks from the store?
Yes, I did, but where is the abandoned house?
Let me send it to your phone. And what did you tell your mom?
Oh, I told Mom I was at a birthday party.
Okay. Birthday party? Wait, why was I not invited?
Remember, you are not welcome at most parties.
I do not care. Are you outside the house?
Yes? How do I get in?
Okay, so go in through the back.
Okay, I am going to hang up.
You are finally here.
I got the snacks from the store.
I have something to tell you.
What is it?
Did you know this house is haunted by a ghost?
Really?
Yes, I am not joking.
Okay.
Go away.
Did you hear that?
No.
You had to.
Go away.
Okay. Now I hear it. That must be the ghost.
Where is he?
Behind you.
Hey, Kate!
I'm coming for you, Carson.
Run!
What are we going to do?
We can try to fight it.
Okay.
I see it.
Okay. I'll go one way and you go the other way.
Okay. Carson, watch
Woo!
out.
I know, I saw it.
You'll never get me.
How will we find it?
We could use the ghost tracker on my phone.
Carson, I am not playing around. You and Joe both need to leave.
Or else what?
You will see.
Where are you coming? Fear me! Stay back!
Carson! Carson, where are you?
You'll never find Carson.
What did you do with him?
You will never find him.
I will find you and Carson.
Okay, but you cannot find me.
I should go check the room I just came out of.
And that's our draft. Excellent job. When lots of theaters, including Actors Theater, are working on new plays in development, sometimes the first thing we do when we're hearing a draft of a play is we offer the feedback that was really meaningful for us, what we really loved, things that jumped out at us and things that worked. So I'm going to ask our guest artists from Braille Readers Theater to share with us things that they loved about Jontae's draft. What do we love about this play?
Well, the most important thing in a lot of places is the ending. I love the closing line. I should go check the other room because it's obvious this person wants to get away real fast.
That's their escape. That's their escape.
Yeah.
What else? What else do we love?
I love the ghost. I think the ghost is a lot of fun. And the way you wrote about the ghost, you could really hear it when it was being read. You know, you could tell that's the kind of voice that a ghost had to have.
Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. What else did we love?
I think I liked the camaraderie between Carson and Joe. They were kind of good friends, so they knew they could dig each other a little bit. And I liked the kind of built-in comedy of it. That was neat. And I think you must watch Ghostbusters or listen to Ghostbusters talking about the tracker on the phone and all that. That was really neat. So
Barbara, that's a great observation. Just by the way the dialogue was written, we knew those two characters were really good friends, right? Excellent.
And Joe is really scared, but he is not gonna bail out on his friend. I mean, he wants to run, but at the same time, he says, I'm gonna find Carson.
And that's kind of a mystery because we really don't know what happened to Carson. So, you know, it's kind of always neat when you leave a reader like wondering, like what happened? You know, because sometimes that instance of suspense, you know, it's a nice edge of your seat kind of thing to leave a reader with.
For our students in the back that are listening, I'm going to give you just 1 second to turn to someone near you and just share one thing from Jontae's play that you loved, that jumped out at you, that you think you'll really remember. All right? All right, artists, Barbara, I love what you said about how a good play leaves us wondering a little bit, right?
Yes.
There's a little mystery to a good play. Is there anything else in this draft that you're wondering about the world of the play or the characters in the play? Anything that you're wondering about?
Well, I think I was wondering how far away this house was.
Okay.
Because we really don't exactly know. I'm assuming it's just a block, like down the way or something, and it's a place where they can see that they're not. Well, Joe has it all. He knows where the house is. Obviously, I don't know when he saw it the first time. We don't have a lot of backstory, you know, like what happened before the play happened.
So we might be wondering about the backstory a little bit, Jontae. That might be good to know. Is that Mickey in the back with a comment? Mickey.
Why can't Joe go to parties?
I love that. I was wondering why can't
Most
Joe go to
obvious
parties
question
again? That
of
rich
all.
backstory, Jontae. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mickey. Well observed. Another observation in the back.
Jontae needs to make a sequel.
We have a request for a sequel.
Sequel.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Any other
Jontae.
questions that we have? Any other questions? Any
happened to
other?
Carson?
Oh, I see one. Yes, right there.
I think he probably plays too much.
Oh, maybe that's why he's not invited to parties. All right, so we've got some dramaturgy happening here. Excellent. Excellent. Before we move on to our next play, and this is a really tricky part. We checked in with Jontae. Jontae, I'm going to check in with you once again to see if you have any questions or thoughts to share with the group. At this time, it's okay if you don't. Any thoughts or ideas at the moment or no?
No.
Okay. The very last thing that we offer when we are working on new plays, and we did this in Miss Spees' class as well, is we offer one thought we might have for what could happen in the next draft, right? And this suggestion is just that. It's just a suggestion. So before we offer it, we also offer the playwright the chance to say yes to that suggestion or no. So for example, if I had an opinion or a thought about the last line of Jontae's play, I might say, Jontae, I have a suggestion about the very end of your play. Would you like to hear it? And Jontae can say yes or no. So Jontae, I do have a suggestion about the very end of your play. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
I'm wondering if maybe it would be fun to add just an additional stage direction for what Joe does next after Joe says, I should go check out the room I just came out of. If there's a stage direction so that the audience actually knows that Joe exits. That's just one suggestion. Right? Any other suggestions for another draft, perhaps? Just one thought you might have to offer Jontae? Oh yes, in the back. What is it about?
He should, like something like a deep voice, like what is going to happen next?
For the ending? So another alternate ending perhaps could be foreshadowing what happens next.
Yeah.
Great. Let's do one more round of applause for Jontae. All right. The next play that we are going to read is titled Dad Wants Food by Alex Hitzelberger. Thank you. Alex, is there anything you want us to know about this play before we start?
No.
No? All right, all right. In this play, the character of Dad will be read by BT. Give us a hey and a wave, BT.
Hey,
there
over
we
here.
go. The role of Eric will be played by Fred.
Hello.
There we go. The role of Erin will be played by Kathy.
Hi!
And the role of the dog will be played by Barbara. Oh, there we go. Excellent job. Excellent job. All right. Without further ado, Dad Wants Food by Alex Hitzelberger. The setting is at home in the kitchen with Dad and his 2 children.
I want a hot dog.
I need food. Do you want to get some food?
Okay, let's ask Dad. Dad, I need food now. We want a hot dog too.
Oh, I have to get this. I'll be right back.
The kids take the hot dogs and leave the kitchen.
The kids are gone. I will make 1 hot dog. Oh my goodness, I can't get my food.
Dad feeds the dog.
Now I get my food. But I forgot to pay the bill.
Dad pays the bill on his phone and the hot dog burns. Dad eats it anyway.
That was a good hot dog.
The end. All right, what did we love about Dad Wants Food?
The burnt hot dog.
Mahogany says the burnt hot dog. What did you love about that, Mahogany?
Because he actually got something to eat, but even though it's burnt, he started eating.
Yeah, that's we talked a lot about that in class, right? The character got what he wanted. It wasn't exactly what he thought it would be, but he still got what he wanted, right? What else do we love about this play? Oh, Erin loves the character of the dog. Well played,
Yep.
Barbara.
Yeah,
Well
well
played.
played.
Excellent job. I would love to know, give me a yes if you thought this was a very realistic play, that this would really happen in real life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that. If you think no, it was not very realistic, give me a no. Oh, interesting. Only one. Only one. Alex, I agree. I think this is a very realistic play. I could really see this happening in real life. That's a mark of really good writing. Really good writing. Anything else we love about Dad Wants Food? Very well done. What questions do we have for Alex about the world of this play? What do we want to know more about this story? Any questions? Yes, right there next to Ms. Parker.
Why does Dad have to eat a burnt hot dog?
Why did Dad decide to eat the burnt hot dog? Ooh, that's interesting to
Yeah.
think about. Maybe that moment of decision. Maybe that moment of decision. All right, Ms. Bees, we have a couple more comments. Help me out.
Take me on. What does the burnt hot dog taste
What is it?
What
Depends
does
on
the
how
burnt hot
burnt
dog
it is.
taste like was the question.
If it's slightly burnt, it can't be too bad.
Yeah, it would be interesting
Sometimes
to
that's
think
good.
about. Some more descriptive language there.
Dad liked it.
No.
Well, but it might be that Dad was exhibiting a sense of humor. He probably really might not have liked it if he's like, that was a good hot dog. So maybe, and he lives
interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a sarcastic
Sarcasm.
comment and kind of means the opposite. All right. We've got another comment.
What kind of bill did he have to pay?
Oh, yeah. So we might be curious about what bill we have to pay. So, Alex, there's lots of thoughts here for more details we can add into the next draft. Does anyone here Alex, do you have anything else to say before we offer some suggestions? No? Does anybody have any suggestions or thoughts for Alex's next draft? Anything we could change? I love the idea, Alex, of maybe offering more details about how it tastes and how Dad feels about eating the burnt hot dog. We have one thought in the back.
Maybe not put the burnt hot dog in it.
Oh, so maybe the hot dog doesn't get burned. Maybe there's something else that happens. Yeah? Mahogany, did you have a thought?
Yeah. Where did the kids go? I know they went out, like out the kitchen, but like,
interesting. So maybe adding some detail about where the kids are going. Okay, develop that idea a bit.
Well,
Barbara?
I think, I wanna know how it gets cooked where it burns so quickly, because usually a microwave, you don't wanna put something in there for more than a few seconds if it's like a hot dog out of the freezer or what. So maybe a more descriptive, like, he takes the hot dog out of the freezer and puts it in the microwave, turns the microwave on, and then he just turns it, doesn't watch how long the time is.
Yeah.
And has it go on too long.
So some more stage directions in there about how that tragedy happened, yes? Any last comments on Dad Wants Food? Let's give Alex one more round of Excellent. Our third play today is Florence and David's Fun Time by Erin Willoughby. Erin, give us a wave and a hey.
Hello,
guys. Here's Erin. All right, in this play, we have some readers here. The role of David will be read by Fred. The role of Florence will be read by Barbara. And the role of Cindy will be read by Kathy. Erin, before we start, is there anything you want us to know?
Hello, yes, so I don't know, I was going to introduce myself.
You want to introduce yourself?
Okay,
Sure.
hey guys.
Hey, hi.
Hey.
I'm Erin Willoughby. This play is about two dogs and the owner. It's about two dogs that are finding a way to play with each other. And the owner trying to get an exercise before it storms.
All right, thank you for that
Okay.
background,
Very good.
Erin. All right, without further ado, we have Florence and David's Fun Time by Erin Willoughby. The setting is at the park. Cindy is with her two dogs.
Come on, David and Florence, let's go take a walk before it storms.
Hey, David, would you like to play the yellow ball with me?
I would like to play with you after we take a walk with our owner.
Both of you, come on and stop wasting any more time. We want to have a fresh air outside before it storms. Oh, stop pawing at each other, both of you. This is not a playtime. This is walking time for both of you. You two need exercise before the storm comes.
But we were just having fun time, right, David?
That's right, Florence.
Oh, you guys want to play the ball with each other? Oh, okay, I'll let you two go.
Come on, Florence. Let's play the ball.
I'm tired. Oh, I can't find the ball. Where did they put the ball? David?
To be honest with you, Florence, I don't know where the ball went. Now, stop wasting any more time. The storm is on its way.
Both of you, stop fussing at each other. I found the ball.
How did she find the ball?
I think it rolled towards you while we were chasing the ball. We don't have any more time to play outside because the storm is coming any time.
That's right, David. I better not waste any more time.
Oh no, it's storming! Let's get inside the house before it rains on both of you, David and Florence! Ah!
This is so much fun to play with you, David. I'm glad the storm didn't get us, or otherwise we could get shocked by the thunder. Thanks to our owner.
Yeah, it is a fun time, Florence. Thank you for playing with me. You saved my life.
All right, David and Florence, I just realized that the playing is an exercise for both of you.
David and Florence bark and yap, and in the end of play. That was so fun to hear out loud. What do we love about this play? What's jumping out at us? What are we loving? Artist, we'll start with you.
I'd like to be inside the dog's mind.
It's a really, really rich gift, Erin, that you gave those performers, right? Of being those animals. Yes.
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 Absolutely.
Anything else that we just loved about this play?
I love, this is the silliest thing I know, but I love that you didn't just write, oh, let's play ball. You said, let's play the yellow ball with me. I just love that. It just was something really unusual. It wasn't expected. This made me laugh.
I was thinking that Cindy could have trained that Florence to play with this certain ball, and she always said, yellow ball, here's the yellow ball, here's the yellow ball, see, the yellow ball. So I think Florence was targeting that yellow ball because Cindy was always referring to it. That's how I think that it might be kind of cool to say something a little bit about that, how she knows that the yellow ball is so important, but that is a target, that's important.
I love that. Just one word choice and has so much potential rich character development in there, right?
Yep.
Right? Any other things that we loved about this play? Anybody in the audience that wants to share? Miss Pease, help me out. Miss Pease, help me out.
All right, we'll start with Layla.
I love the fact that if dogs could talk, it's like soul loving power.
Oh.
A pet to understand what they're feeling. Since they're such a kind-hearted animals, I give them credit for them.
All right, continue on. Who let the dog go?
It's one in every.
I love the idea that inspiration can come from something that All right. Anything else we love about this play before we move on next to any questions we have about it? Oh, I see one more that we love. Yeah. Yay.
Well, it's a question.
Oh, okay, great.
What type of dogs were they?
Okay,
That's a great
I mean, answer that question.
That wasn't the original directions, actually.
Erin's gonna
I'll
answer
that question.
All right, Erin, what do you got?
Okay, so one of them is a French white poodle, and the other one is a yellow Yorkshire Terrier.
Excellent details to include there. Any other questions we have about the world of this play?
I was wondering if the park was next to their house, if they had they'd be lucky. I was thinking, wow, they're lucky that they live next to a park.
So wondering if they're close to the park or if it's a longer walk. Yeah. I'm wondering if this is a typical walk for David and Florence, if they typically do this, or if this is different than the other days, right, of their walks. That's one thing I'm wondering about. Anybody else wondering anything in the back? Was there any wondering happening back there? No? Any other questions we have? I also just love, Erin, that Cindy has this moment that Cindy learned something where she says at the end, I just realized that you are exercising while you're playing. There's just that little shift in her as a character, and I just love that. Excellent. All right. Erin, anything else to add before we offer maybe a couple suggestions for your next draft?
Okay, hey guys. Okay, so I add the description of those dogs. Also reminds me of like dogs, like reminds me of Mula and Sammy. I have 2 dogs in my house.
So you took them off of that, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, remind me of those, both of them playing with their little babies.
A great strategy for all writers, right? Which is you take from what you know from your own life, and you kind of use that in your writing and in your work.
Yes.
Yeah. Any suggestions we have to offer for things we could change in the next draft? Maybe one suggestion per person. Miss Pease, help me out.
Jared.
They should add another dog.
Oh, no.
Well, we don't look like if there's another dog character in this play. Oh, a suggestion of Scooby-Doo, right? This is a great example of the writer takes what suggestions work for them.
No, I think Cindy has her hands full with these 2.
No, thank you. We've got enough going on. Any other suggestions for Erin's next draft? I love it. And Erin, I think you could keep adding, even if you wanted, a suggestion about the action in the play if you want to hear it. Do you want to hear a thought?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
you know, that just building on to every time David and Florence talk to each other, there could also be a stage direction for something that they do with each other. Because we know dogs they bark and they communicate that way, but they also play, you know, they use their bodies to play, so that would be interesting.
I think some of the tail wagging was missed, because that was in there.
Yeah,
Yes,
there were some
yes.
directions that
Yeah.
we took
Yeah.
out.
We took out.
We did have to make just a couple of edits, but I think even adding more to those from your original draft as well.
Ah.
Excellent. Let's give Erin a big. Our next play is The Forest by Mahogany Taylor. In this reading, the sun will be played by Barbara. The cloud will be played by BT. And the water will be played by Kathy. All right. Mahogany, give us a wave and a hello. Hello. Mahogany, is there anything you want us to know about this play before we read it?
I was just like thinking of Friends at the time.
You were thinking about Friends? Okay. Okay. All right.
Friends.
Oh, Friends.
Great. The Forest by Mahogany Taylor. Setting: the forest. The sun is floating in the sky. The cloud is in front of the sun, and the water is frozen.
I want to be clear, not blue, because I'm frozen.
I want to shine bright.
I want to snow everywhere.
Water, I think that I can help both of us.
Well, I want to be clear, not blue. Can you help with that?
Possibly.
The sun shines on the water. It melts slightly. Then the cloud rolls in.
Well, now, I think I could be a part of this as well.
The cloud snows and the water freezes and turns blue.
Son, you said you could help me.
No, I said I could possibly help you, Water.
I don't help anyone but myself.
Cloud, you have other people you can bother.
Water, don't be mean to Cloud.
I will try to be nice to Cloud.
Thank you.
The next day.
Do you know where Cloud is?
I have not seen Cloud anywhere.
I really like Cloud.
But you met Cloud yesterday.
Why are you being so mean to Cloud all the time?
Because
Because you don't like me, and it's fine.
I can't be here when you two are arguing.
Wait!
The sun leaves. Everything freezes, including the water, as night falls into place.
do you think Sun will come back, Cloud?
I don't know.
The next day, Cloud cries more and more, which results in rain and a snowstorm.
Stop snowing and raining, Cloud!
I can't. Sun's not here, so I'm sad.
I want to have Sun here because you are ruining what I wanted and Sun wanted. So leave.
Fine. If that's what you want, that's what you get.
The next day,
Where is Sun and Cloud today? Oh, I remember now. I told Cloud to leave and Sun didn't like us arguing, so it's all my fault. Because I wanted to be clear, but they wanted something different.
Well, I have a question, Water.
Yeah?
How did you come?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that there's part of me falling from the sky, so maybe you and I become this river together.
Now you know that we are all connected, so we work together with Sun, too.
Now I know that it's okay to be clear or blue.
So, now you know why you shouldn't argue.
Now we do. But do we really know what we want?
I don't know.
Well, I think I shine, Cloud snows and rains, and Water you.
you come from cloud. So there. That means we are all connected
Yeah,
somehow.
I get it. We work together.
To make the forest work properly.
Basically, we are like the natural elements. So, what do you two want?
I want to change the way I'm supposed to be throughout the seasons.
I want to change throughout the seasons, not just blue or clear.
End of play. All right. What do we love about Mahogany's play? I'm going to offer this to our artists, also maybe to our guests. What do we love about this play?
I think I like again that we're allowed to be, just as imaginative as we want and let the things that we always wonder about, how this happens and how that happens, and we actually can think about, well, what if the sun and the clouds and everything could talk? What would they tell us? Because obviously we're in a turmoil with weather right now. So, yeah, it's kind of nice that if, something gets angry, if an element is angry, that's going to make the weather all messed up. And so the sun is trying to keep everything all in order because those two, water and cloud, can kind of make things a little turbulent.
I think it's very imaginative. Of course, I love how the cloud is depicted as having to cry to get all his work done, all the snow and the rain.
Yeah. That was wonderful.
It is.
That was wonderful. And I love some of the wording in your
Yes.
directions, Mahogany. What was the one that we all talked about the other day about the night falling away, or
The place.
Yeah.
The night falls into place. There's a couple things.
There
I
are
like
some
the description
really
at the beginning.
pretty phrases in the directions, and I suspect you could do that, find interesting words for your characters. Not necessarily with this play, although maybe you can find things in this one too. But I just like the way you know how to play with words.
Terry, did you have a
Yeah, I
thought?
do. I adored the theme. I think that this was one of the most creative ways of dealing with the theme of cooperation and interdependence that I've ever seen. I've got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Lovely. Any other thoughts from our guests or our audience with Parker?
I just loved the personification of the clouds, the sun, and the water. Of course, I'm a little biased that way. teaching science, but I just thought that was fabulous.
Mahogany, that sounds like it might be some extra credit in science.
All right, Jared. Jared.
I like it how the cloud is always depressed.
Always depressed, yeah.
All right, Tavion.
This whole story kind of reminds me of Inside Out.
I think the cloud sounds a lot like Patrick Star, so I thought it was
A couple more in the back, yeah?
I love, like Ms. Parker said, the personification and how you brought sort of inanimate objects or like very abstract concepts to life. And really said.
It goes technically deep.
Vicky?
I like how the water becomes slow. Like it gets moody every time it passes my field.
Yeah. I love that the emotion changes are connected to what state the water's in, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's so great. All right, Erin, last thought.
Okay, my thought is like I like those both of them at the end there just started to be nice to each other.
They
Yes.
decided to be nice to each
Yes.
other. Yeah, that was the solution. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. What questions do we have for Mahogany about the world of this play, about these characters? What are we wondering about? What are we wondering about? Is that Jared and then Brandon? Jared, you go first.
Well, wait, so like,
Do we have suggestions now, or?
Oh, thank you for asking. We're waiting on suggestions. We're just thinking about things that we're wondering about or questions that we're asking ourselves. You wanna hold yours?
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon.
Did the water ever turn clear?
Yeah, throughout the season.
Oh, yeah. Savion?
Was it a rainforest?
So it's called the forest, right? But what kind of forest is it? That's a great thing to wonder about. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think a big question that kept coming up is, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
What do we want? What do you want?
Yeah. So that came through really nice and clear in that draft. Mahogany, anything else to share before we offer maybe some ideas for suggestions for your next draft?
No.
No? All right. Students, guests, artists, any suggestions we have for what Mahogany might do in the next draft?
I have suggestions.
1 second. We're gonna go start with Jared and then go to Erin.
She should add animals.
Ooh, interesting. So maybe consider adding some animal characters to the next draft. Erin?
Okay. I have a suggestion that she should add people, and she should add like the description of forest.
So what part of the description, what part of the forest to describe?
Describe what type forest is.
Oh, what type of forest it is, because there's a couple different types. Okay. Another comment in the back?
Since they're in the forest, you should also add trees as a character.
Ooh, possibly. Now, Mahogany was very good about following the guidelines for this residency. We were working on 10-minute plays, and so we did have to have fewer characters. I also love the ideas we're getting, Mahogany. Maybe we're making this into a full-length play, and we have lots and lots of characters, and this whole forest comes to life. Right? I love that idea. Savion?
With the sun being interconnected somehow.
Ooh. So we're thinking about the meaning of that word. If there's an opportunity to develop that further, think about that further. Very nice. Very nice. One more round of applause. All right. Our next play is called Bedtime by Sophia. Sophia, give us a wave and a hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sophia.
There's Sophia. Sophia, is there anything you want us to know before we read your play? No? Okay, sounds good. For this play, the character of Mom will be read by Kathy. The character of Scout will be read by Barbara. And the setting is 4-year-old Scout is in her bedroom. Her bed is covered with blankets.
Scout, it is time to go to bed. Stop jumping on the bed and go to bed.
I want to make a blanket fort with all my blankets instead of going to bed.
What are you doing, Scout? Just go to bed.
I'm not tired yet.
Yes, you are. It's late for you. Go to bed.
I'm hungry now.
Why are you eating food this late?
I want food because I'm hungry.
You are just crazy, you know.
Yes, I am.
Are you done eating food now? Because it's late. Just go to bed. You are going to be overtired.
No, I'm not going to be overtired.
You are. I know you. And when you don't get your sleep, you get cranky.
Fine. I'll go to bed now.
Good girl.
There are so many blankets. I have so many blankets. I have to take some away.
Mom runs into the room. She sees the broken bed and Scout asleep. She shakes her head and walks out of the room. End of play. Scout finally goes to sleep. What else do we love? Yeah.
I love that instead of arguing when the mom says she's crazy, she's just like, yes, I am. Like, totally.
That small detail is that character development. Yes, yes, yes. What else do we love?
I love how bratty Scout is. I love that.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, that
If
child.
you think this play is very realistic, if you've ever spent time with a 4-year-old, give me a yes. Excellent. Is there anybody that thinks this play is not very realistic? Give me a no. Interesting. But I do think overwhelmingly this play feels very realistic. I know I've spent a lot of time with 4-year-olds and I think this could really, really happen. Fantastic. I also, Sophia, just love the back and forth where mom is trying so hard and tries so many different things and Scout is always ready with something new to try. I just love that part of the structure of it. What are we curious about in this play? What does this make us wonder about for these characters?
I'm wondering why she's arguing.
Why Scout's arguing with her mother? Oh, that's a good question, Erin. Maybe this happens all the time. Vicky?
How and what is the food that Scout eats?
Oh, yeah, the food that Scout eats, right? We did have a stage direction in there about that at one point. Yeah.
I'm wondering if Scout could have been a pet.
Ooh. So is Scout a
Like a
human
dog,
or an
like a
animal?
dog.
Could be. Could be a thought to think about. Tavion?
Why did the mother just give her a little
So we've got a potential solution there with a character offering a 4-year-old some melatonin. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Injectable.
Jontae.
Why did her mother leave her sleep on the broken bed for?
Oh, the ending. So why did the mom leave her there sleeping on the broken bed?
Yeah. Yes.
Something to wonder about. Okay. Another question in the back? How did Scout break the bed, right, at that moment? How did the bed break? Interesting to think about. Interesting to think about. And Sophia, we talked about in class, when you're gathering those questions that an audience has, right, you don't necessarily have to answer all those questions in your next draft. It's just good to know what the audience is wondering about, right?
Yeah.
Right? Any other suggestions or thoughts for Sophia's next draft? Terry?
I loved the way the bed was broken at the end, and that seemed to connect back to the time when she was jumping on it. But I wonder in the background, the sound effects for the jumping, if there might have been another unusual crash sound effect with the bed broke. That would be kind of a lead-in to the end.
So adding some sound effects there, right? Thinking about those stage directions. Great. Any other suggestions for bedtime? Another round of applause. All right, my friends, we are just going to take the briefest of pauses. We have 3 more plays to read today, but I thought we would take just a quick stretch break. So if you have space around you, you can see if you find some space to stretch your arms. If you need to stretch your legs, you can also do that.